Shall we proceed and just get into it then?
Yes,
Yes,
Daddy.
yo.
Okay. What is up, everybody? And welcome back to the Set the Bars podcast, the show with hot takes and even hotter men. And we are back with episode 6, I believe. And we actually have a lot less to talk about than we usually do. But we're just gonna get right into it. But quick reminder, if anybody wants to ask us any particular questions, you can tweet anything with the hashtag #SetTheBars, and we will be looking at it, and we will respond to your queries in the following episode. Now, one thing I wanted to start off with was just talking about some news in music and future drops, starting with the announcement trailer for Metro Boomin and Future's "We Don't Trust You." Is it "We Don't Trust You" or "We Don't Like You"?
Metro Boomin, make it boom.
It's one of those. Anyway, they finally announced a
I think
trailer
it's
for
We Don't
an
Trust
album
You.
that we knew was happening, and they announced that we're actually going to be getting 2 albums. One will be coming out a week from this coming Friday, based on the date that this episode releases, and the other one will be released, I think, 2 or 3 weeks after that, which is pretty hype, because the last time we got a double album from Future, it was Hendrix and Future, right? And those two were both fucking classics. So, yeah, pretty excited about that. How do you guys feel about the double shaboing boing from Future and Metro Boomin? How are we
I
feeling
don't know
about
why you
that?
would call it that.
That's a nice ass coat right there, my brother.
For audio listeners, Matt's roommate walked by, and he has a nice ass coat.
Yeah, but all right.
Hater.
Anyway, how are you guys feeling about Metro and Future dropping 2 back-to-back projects?
I'll go first. Very excited. I'm very excited because
cool.
the only like future project that I've like listened to on drop was which one came out in 2022? What was the name of it? Yeah, that was the only one I've ever listened to like right on drop. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Future's always a good thing. How do you feel, Matt?
I'm hyped. I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's really good.
In future music drop news that is quite a bit less hype, Kanye West announced that the sequel, or second of 3 parts to his collaborative projects with Ty Dolla $ign, Vultures 2, will be released soon, but will be only available for digital purchase for $20, as opposed to being available on streaming
Is it officially
services.
confirmed? I heard that he was like deciding between.
I mean, it's Kanye, so we never know.
It's probably gonna happen.
everything on Yeezy.com is $20. So
Yeah,
like,
and Kanye also could literally say 100% confirm and then still drop it on streaming platforms. But as of right now, it's sounding like that's
Yeah.
what's going to be the case. And the reasoning he gave was a somewhat valid reasoning, which is streaming platforms don't pay people shit. And they're actually really predatory with how they pay people. I saw a recent video, Snoop Dogg. I don't know if this is true or not, but I'll take it how he said it. Snoop Dogg was talking to his manager and was asking how much money he got from 1 billion streams in a past amount of time, or from a specific song or whatever. How much total revenue he made from 1 billion streams. And he said it was under $45,000 for 1 billion streams.
In a way.
Which is insane, but I kind of believe
not
it.
too bad.
I think that is pretty bad. Oh my god, because like imagine like the people who are trying to make money making music but are like small artists. They are probably making like dirt. They're probably being like spat in the face
Spotify?
by John Spotify, as I like to call him.
Spotify pays between 1/3 and 1/5 of a cent per stream.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But
$20 is a little wild though. That's
yeah,
a little
20
much for
bucks is a lot.
Yeah,
Usually
that's
albums
wild.
are I
That's
feel like
over.
closer to 15.
Let's see. If
We've
we go on
already
the high
decided
end.
that if it does release this way, we will not be purchasing and talking about it. For me personally, there's a second reason, which is because I don't feel like spending $20 for the album being shit.
I mean, people are just gonna leak it.
That's true.
Or
That's true.
people, yeah, I was gonna say people are gonna leak it, or we could split it thirds and just share it with each other.
Yeah, if it's like leaked very quickly, like before we record the episode, then we can
It
listen
will
to
be.
it there. Yeah, you're right. And also, I don't feel bad about it because again,
Yeah,
I
Snoop
don't
Dogg is
support.
a certified capper,
I don't
bro.
support Kanye West as a person. Have you ran the numbers?
If he got 1 billion streams and it was 0.005 cents, it would be or point oh yeah, it would be
Wait.
5 million.
Okay.
Point
How
oh
much
oh.
of
Wait,
that?
you said 0.005 cents.
Yeah.
So it's
That's point
five
oh oh
thousandths of
oh
a
oh
cent.
five, isn't it?
I thought you
Oh
said.
no,
I
no,
thought you
point
said
point
a
oh oh
third
five
of a cent.
dollars. My bad.
Point.
So yeah,
Wait.
yeah, a half a
So
cent.
Wait.
no, you said a third. You said
It
third
is
to a half.
$ 0.005.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
half a cent.
Yeah.
My bad. I said it wrong. Yeah.
Maybe
But it'd be
maybe
fi- it'd be
Hey, maybe
$5 million.
Maybe Spotify is the capper though. Maybe they're actually not paying out that much.
Oh well, okay, yeah. 70% goes to rights holders.
That
Oh, but
makes
that's
Yeah, I
sense.
also
mean,
the artist.
he's got to pay features, artists,
So out of the
That's
producers.
true.
5 million, 30%
I
is
don't
taken
know.
from Spotify.
All I know is that the streaming platforms
Bro just sucks at music,
are very
and he's mad.
predatory. With
He got
paying
1
the
billion
artists.
streams. How's he suck at music? Go get 1 billion streams.
But my other point is, I think it's a valid excuse in general, but not for Kanye West. You're rich enough. I know you lost a lot of money because you're a shit person like a year and a half ago, but like cry about it. You're rich enough.
Yeah, man,
you
he
do not
needs it
need-
now. He needs it.
No, he doesn't. He's still worth like $300 million.
He might need
That's
it.
700 million less, dude.
That's true.
He
That
might-
is
he might need
700
it.
million less.
He's got to change his lifestyle now, dude. He's in shambles.
He's gonna start panhandling on the road.
It's gonna be like the people on the highway selling mangoes.
Yeah.
What you
I
do?
don't
What
know
you
why- I
doing
don't
if
know why I
Kanye
found
tries
that so
selling you some
funny.
mangoes, bro?
Anyway, one other thing that I wanted us to discuss before we get into like our real music discussion is something I saw a friend of mine post on Instagram called a 30-day song challenge, where you post or talk about, for us it'll be talking about obviously, a song that applies to a specific criteria according to the day for each day for 30 days. And since this is a weekly podcast, we'll be talking about 7 songs each episode until we've reached day 30. So yeah, who wants to start off? Or actually,
You got it.
First question: do we want to do all of our day ones, or do we want to just do all of our songs? Then move on
I
to
say
the
we
next
just go through the days.
go through the days. All right, so day 1.
I could start if you
Okay,
want.
go ahead. Day 1 is a song you like with a color in the title.
I put like 1, but then I put an honorable mention.
Okay, go
So-
ahead.
I put Blue World by Mac Miller. That's the first one because that's a valid song.
Mhm.
And then I put, for the second one, Yellow Brick Road by Elton John because that's just a banger.
Yeah,
Hey man, he
that's
cooks.
a fair take. For me, I put Redbone by Childish Gambino.
I was thinking about that too.
First one that came to mind. I was just like, yeah, fuck it. I'm doing more of like first thing that comes to mind than like actually thinking about these, because I think it just feels more authentic that way. So, yeah,
Fair.
Redbone is my pick.
I put
Sorry.
Better get cooked. I put That Green Gentleman by Panic at the Disco. Because that was a song that my brother listened to a lot.
Fair enough.
So it's like, I've heard it so fucking much.
All right, day 2 would be a song with a number that you like.
No, I already know what you're saying, bro.
What am I saying? What am I saying?
No, not you.
You're
You're
wrong.
a little, you're a little.
I know
think
I know what Matt's thinking, but he's wrong.
Really?
Yeah,
I called it.
I got 3 things that I know you chose one of them. Well, you know,
Okay, I don't know what the 3 are, but we'll see.
I have-
Anyway, Ethan,
I had one that I thought Dan was gonna put. I made a joke to Matt.
you guys both thought
so
it was going to be 90210, right?
Yeah.
that's one of the
Yeah.
choices. Nah,
That's
we got
what I
two,
said
I got
immediately.
2 more.
I was thinking about it. I was like, everybody knows that I love that song already. I'll put something else. And I might use 90210 for something later, and I don't want to use the same song twice, so we'll see.
True. I put for this one. I put A Tale of Two Cities. We just listened
Oh
to
my
it.
God.
It's a banger.
Oh my God.
I forgot that it has.
fucking
Why'd you say "Oh my God" like that? Did you put it too?
No, I didn't put it to it. It was
Uh-oh.
just like, that completely slipped my mind as a song.
Oh
with
my
a number in
God.
the title.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God. Did you guys know about, just a quick little tangent, you guys know about the songs with the S in parentheses, Black Friday by
By
J. Cole and Kendrick
Chris
Lamar?
Brown and.
No, that's Freaky Friday.
Oh
That's
wait,
Freaky
that's Freaky
Friday.
Friday. My fault.
By
Black Friday.
by Kendrick and Cole.
No.
It was a
I
thing
don't
they
think I
did in
do.
like 2014, I think, or maybe
Oh, I see
2015.
I see it now, but
Yeah,
It's not on
where they
Spotify.
put no, it's not. They put
someone
on
has it as like a
SoundCloud.
podcast episode.
On SoundCloud, they posted freestyles or songs over each other's beats. So Kendrick
Interesting.
did a fuck ton of rapping over the Tale of Two Cities beat. And then
That
J.
beat's a good
Cole
verse.
rapped over the beat for All Right, which is a song we'll be talking about later this episode. But they're both
Stay
really
tuned.
cool. So anybody who's curious, look it up. On YouTube, there is a video of it that has both of them back to back. And it was supposed to build up hype for their collab album that never ended up happening. And it was released on
Okay.
Black Friday. Both of them simultaneously. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. Anyway, I guess I can just...
We can look at that after.
Yeah. My pick for a song with number... I'm assuming if Matt had 3 picks, this is probably one of them, because I've spoken to him about how much I like this song a lot, too. I picked 1400999 by Juice WRLD and Trippie Redd. What was your third guess? What was your third guess?
3500.
Oh, yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
3 good songs.
They are 3 very good
Yeah,
songs. But yeah, I went with
3 bangers.
1400999. It was just the first one that came to mind other than 90210. Fucking love it.
See-
It's still my favorite Juice WRLD song.
Oh.
And it's not
I
even this
kn-
song.
Yeah. I knew like when I thought about it, I was like 3500 or 90210 and I was like, "Oh, 1499 freestyle." Cuz
You know
I
me.
put that
Oh,
Oh.
look at that.
cuz it's a banger.
He knows me so well, fellas. Isn't that so cute?
Nah, you know me, bro. Nope.
Audio listeners, you gotta watch
We
the
just
video.
had- we
No,
just
no.
did
You gotta
some
watch. You gotta watch
explicit
the video. You gotta watch
content
the video.
What happened? What, I missed it.
You gotta watch the video.
I guess I gotta
you
watch.
gotta watch the video. You gotta watch the video. You gotta watch the.
I had my notes open.
Anyway, day 3, a song that reminds you of summertime.
All right, let me go.
I'm cooking with this answer.
Go,
Yeah?
yeah, go ahead.
Who's the king of summer?
I don't know.
Ransom Lil Tecca.
Okay,
Banger.
that's a good
He's
take.
back to save the summer.
That's a
Good.
good take. That's a
Nah,
good
that's
take.
good.
The first time, bro, saved the summer.
Have you heard the like demo version of the Ransom remix?
I have not. Is it good?
There's a bar by Juice WRLD saying he's talking with a girl and he's gonna date rape her.
Oh,
W.
that's so no. Don't say W.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought he said W.
That's what I heard.
Okay, bro.
Anyways,
Anyway, my song, I mean this is a pretty on the nose answer, but I picked Hot Summer by Migos. Came out in the
Wow.
summer of 2018. I've been bumping it every summer since then. So, I don't know. I just really like that song and it has summer in the title, so first thing that came to mind. Good song.
respectable. I picked my prom anthem, "Who Told You" by J Hus featuring Drake.
Who told you gangsta don't dance?
like honestly, like it gets stale, like once you listen to it for a lot, but like that prom weekend
When it
we were
came out,
playing it. Yeah, we were playing it so much, and I remember my friend Nolan, you guys know Nolan,
Mm-hmm.
he was like, "Yo, this is the summer anthem," as he's sitting in my car. And I was like, "Yes, sir."
If we want to go on another little side note, what do we think the song of the summer was in 2023?
For 2023,
I feel like
that's a good question. Yeah, I'm trying to remember
Something-
the songs that came out. In
stuff
summer.
off Utopia is definitely up there, but none of them were.
Oh yeah,
none
Utopia
of-
was July.
Yeah, none of them were summery songs, but I don't know if that's necessarily a requirement. Because if it is, then I mean, based on like
No.
streams and everything and how popular it was, it would probably be I Know.
Most of the time, it's just whatever came out.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like based off streams,
The
it would
only,
probably
like-
be I Know.
The only like time I think of a song that came out in summer that was like a summer song was like some shit like Blueberry Faygo.
Yeah, I would argue Ransom fits that
'Cause,
vibe
like-
too in its own way.
Yeah.
But-
No, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it would probably any of the biggest hits off Utopia is probably what I would say, just because of how huge that album was for everybody that listens to rap music.
Yeah. No, probably like I Know. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Or like fucking the Boys a Liar remix.
Yeah, but that didn't come out in the summer though.
Didn't know. I don't even
No,
remember.
that,
I don't really
I have very
give a fuck,
vivid
to be
memories of that
honest.
being played in a gym class when the gym was separated.
Oh,
and every time it would
yeah.
play on the other side, and all
Oh,
the girls
yeah,
would
yeah, yeah.
scream the lyrics when Ice Spice started rapping.
You're right.
So
Yeah, I remember.
I jokingly told my gym teacher to play it, and she
oh
did.
gosh,
And me and my friend Luke were going crazy.
that's great. That's great. But yeah, day number 4, a song that reminds you of someone. So I guess you say the song title and the person that it reminds you of.
I got you. The song I picked was "The Morning After" by Mac Miller, and it reminds me of me.
Yo,
That's what I
why?
said.
You gotta
Why?
see,
Why?
Matt. Look, I mean, Ethan. Look at day 30 though.
Too bad. I'll find another
Use it
song.
again.
Fair enough.
I can't say why on the podcast. You just got to listen to the song. It's in the first 10
Yo, just
seconds.
yeah. I don't know, like
Definitely
5 to
just
7
like
second
straight
mark.
up.
If we could put it up with some lyrics, I don't know if we can, but we'll put it up.
We can't.
If not, you gotta go listen.
Anyway, anyway, my pick was Flo's Part 2 by Chef G and Sleepy Hollow. It reminds me of one of my closest friends, Nate. Because
Reminds me of my grandmother.
we always bump that song together, and yeah, I feel like a lot of my friends, I have like that one song that like really connects us. And for me and Nate, it's definitely Flo's Part 2. Fucking love that song. I need
That's so
Part 3.
cute.
Yeah,
Valid pick.
that's my guy.
All right, I got
Oh, sorry.
"Doctor My Eyes" by Jackson Brown. It reminds me of my dad because that's all he would listen to, and I fucking hate that song.
Fair enough.
So
I say fair enough too much, don't I?
every time that man is even spoken of, I think of my father, and then I just gain so much resentment for that song. It's
Your
like
dad is so cool, though.
from like yeah, but like from like the span of like 12 to 16, like that was all he listened to. Like every car ride, it was just that like on repeat. And I didn't have headphones, so I was cooked. What are we on day 5?
Day
Hey,
5
dang.
is a
Wait,
song that
oh.
needs to be played loud.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh
for
yeah.
this one, I put "Touch the Sky" by Sir West.
Yeah.
Sir West.
Yes, 100%. That's a good answer.
Those trumpets, you gotta have it loud.
I gotta testify.
Bow, bow,
Meow,
bow.
meow, meow.
Yeah, no, that's a banger. Respectable answer.
For me, I mean, this is such an expected answer from me because they know my taste so well, and
Migos.
you guys probably do at this point. It's actually not a Migos song, but "Family Ties" by Kendrick and Baby Keem. Gotta bump that shit loud. Gotta
Yeah.
turn it up
Yeah.
for that song. I always do. I actually did that a few days ago when I was in the car with Nate, my aforementioned friend.
I was thinking for this one, like I was gonna put, I don't know. There's like 3 songs off Utopia that I gotta listen to loud, but I didn't want to be like basic. And put 'em.
Hyena.
Hyena,
He's definitely one
yeah.
of them.
Oh yeah.
Fiend.
Bow, 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 now, 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 now. What
Yeah.
instrument even is that? Is that like what is that thing? I don't know what it is. Some stringy ass
Didgeridoo.
bitch. Anyway, it's definitely not a didgeridoo. Matt, what was your pick for a song that needs to be played
Sorry,
loud?
give me a second
No, yeah.
to fucking
Mongolian
Recover.
throat singer.
recoup. Sorry, I put "Antidote" by
Okay,
Travis,
yeah.
bro. Because when I was home during the summer, bro, yo, driving home from a party at like 2 in the morning, I was like so tired. I put that up, driving, wide awake,
Yep. At
windows
the night
down.
show.
I didn't give a fuck.
Ooh.
House
Bro,
party.
I was at a light. I was at a light, bro. This father was next to me.
Making
I
eye
was just looking at him. I
contact.
just go, I just hit a 3-peat.
Oh, that's awesome.
Bro was not pleased.
Yeah, I
What
could
if you
imagine.
rear-ended him while saying you hit a 3-peat?
Alright,
You
they
just no,
said-
if he's next to you, you're braked at the stoplight. You just let go of the brake and turn the wheel slowly, just very slowly. hit him.
slowly tapping into
Yep.
him. respectful.
Anyway, day 6 was a song that makes you want to dance.
Oh yes, sir.
So
Yo,
I
he's
put,
smart.
I put 2 again.
Yeah, okay,
One's
yeah.
an honorable mention, which is Gasolina, because like you can't not dance when that comes on. But
Yeah,
then I
le
put like
gusta la gasolina.
to stay on track with like the rap music. I put "Just Wanna Rock" by Lil Uzi Vert because that makes
one of
me
my
want to
picks.
dance.
That was among my selection. It's not what I went with, but that's a good answer. For me,
Yeah, that's a
this
banger.
is actually a weird pick, but I've mentioned to you guys before. I actually fucking love this song, and I can't just like be still while listening to it. And that is "Babysitter" by DaBaby and Offset.
Oh,
I
that's actually a
wanna-
good pick.
fucking
Makes you
love
want to
that
dance?
song.
Makes you want to get down?
Bro, I gotta be active when I'm listening to that song.
You just gotta be
bro.
bouncing.
I respect that.
Oh, I should have
Yo,
picked Bob.
I'm just imagining like, because when I think of dance, I'm thinking of like some ballroom shit. I'm imagining babysitter playing during like a wedding,
During a waltz.
during a waltz.
Cause I'm the type
Waltzing
of
with
baby
me.
that's gonna fuck the babysitter. I just did a show and pulled up laughing.
Yo, that actually might
the
go
baby?
crazy. Like a waltz with the baby might actually go so hard.
Bob.
Yeah, maybe I'll do
Maybe
that.
some-
Maybe I'll
with
do that
some
at my
bopping.
wedding.
All right, I didn't go rap focused on this one. I got some memories from like fourth grade gym class where I had to put "Rock Your Body" by Justin Timberlake.
Oh my god, that's such a good
Good
answer.
song.
That's such a good
Bro,
answer.
we used to do
Rock
Dance
your
Dance
body.
Revolution in gym, bro. In the back of the gym, I'm
DDR in the
going
gym? Yeah, that
crazy.
shit
I'm
was
going
valid.
crazy. I was sitting there. Hey. Oh, they didn't know, bro. They didn't know.
For
It was
audio
I-
listeners, Matt would do what the professionals call busting a move.
yes, sir.
I was always getting down on the DDR in gym class.
Oh yeah.
That shit
bro.
was valid.
Yo, they gotta bring that back. Yo, why didn't they have that in high school, bro?
That
Come
and
on,
Scooter
man.
Highway, bro. The best two things
Oh,
I've ever done.
Scooter
In gym.
Highway. Yo, drop a
Let's
like
not
if
get
you
too
did
far
Scooter
off topic.
Highway at your elementary school.
That's what I'm saying.
That shit
bro.
was tough.
Shit was banger.
Oh my god. Anyway, our final,
Final day.
of this week is day 7, a song to drive to.
So, I have driven to this song with my boys, and we have bopped. I put September by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh my god, that's such a good answer. That is such a good
And
And
answer.
do we have bopped?
Yeah,
That's respectable.
me, Arnold, and Gabe. Oh, we sung our heart outs to that.
Oh, 100%. That's the
Respectable.
only way
And then
to do
also, there was an honorable mention again
it. Okay.
because
yeah.
I couldn't, bro. After, so you know how we did the elementary school walkthroughs when we graduated.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was in a car with 5 other people going back towards Gordon Heights, and we bopped "Crazy Story" by King Von with all the windows down as loud as possible. After
Bro.
going through the walkthrough.
Oh my god, I would have been going crazy, bro. All the lyrics.
For video watchers and audio listeners, no, the audio did not cut out. Ethan just doxed us.
Oh, I forgot.
It's
Bro, they
fine.
don't even know where
It's
that is
fine.
for real.
I could just
They
cut
don't
it
even know
out.
where that
No,
is
they don't know
for
where
real.
it is, but I'm just gonna cut it out anyway.
Fucking
But-
bums don't know we actually.
Anyway, my
fucking
pick is something that
located
is-
in Australia.
My pick is something that is very realistically something that Matt may have also picked because we have discussed how it's an elite
Nah.
driving song. No?
I picked something
Okay.
a little different.
Okay. I went with
Let's
Way
do that.
Bigger by Don Toliver. That
Mm.
song is so fucking
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's just such a good
That's
song to
respectable.
drive to. I just like go yeah bad but a hill way bigger.
Yeah,
It's
no,
so
that's valid.
good. Love that shit. Anyway, Matt, your
All
pick.
right. Another late night drive song that I've experienced. Windows down, blasted.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say.
Oh
Travis
my
Scott and
god.
Don Toliver, bro.
Yep. Yep.
Going crazy. Honorable mention, Lil Ayo. I got Someday by The Strokes. Oh nah.
Hey,
Be
yo.
Not the
bumping in the car, bro.
Strokes.
Can't be
Hey,
bumping that with
Hey,
the-
yo.
I only bump that when the shawty's around, bro. Can't be doing that with the boys in the car. They're gonna look at the CarPlay. The what? Yo, it's raps for me. Next thing I know, I'm at the
Strokes.
light pants down, cooked.
Oh nah. I guess we can move our discussion now to New Music Friday, which is the lightest New Music Friday we have ever had since the beginning of Set the Bars.
Only got 3 singles.
We got 3 singles. I guess we could just go from. I think we all can agree on the order of worst to best, probably.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the new Kochi song "Geeked."
Yeah, the
overall,
new,
it was
coochie.
It was just the new Coochie. It was just kind of boring.
Yeah.
It wasn't great. I didn't like the beat. It was a little.
It was
It was a little wacky
It was
for me,
basic.
but it wasn't exciting. It wasn't miserable, but again,
Yeah, no, it wasn't like
it's
it
not
wasn't
in the
fucking
playlist.
didn't hurt my ears, but it was basic.
Yeah,
It's basic like rage type music,
yeah,
which is fine because that's kind of what he does,
yeah.
at least now. But yeah, it's fine. Ethan,
Ethan?
any more thoughts to add on?
Nah, that shit was mid.
It looks like he's falling asleep.
That shit was
Yeah.
mid. Put me to sleep.
Yeah, he's literally
Yeah,
acting like
it's-
I was listening to the fucking song, and it was only a minute and 30 seconds.
Bro, I listened to the song that we're gonna probably talk about next, and then I listened to Geeked right after. Instead of listening to it through, I think I skipped through and I maybe listened to about like 20 seconds total.
Nice.
Because like once I got to the middle, I was like, yeah, this is just a Coochie song.
I do have to say, among our other 2 tracks, I think they were both significantly better. than Geeked by Cochise.
Oh yeah.
The second track we'll be talking about is Real One by Quavo and Rich the Kid, the two people, the
Yo.
two saviors of vultures by Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign,
Whoa.
teaming up.
2 of 3. 2 of 4.
Okay, wait. 3 is Cardi. Who's 4?
4 is, bro, if Ty Dolla $ign was not involved at all.
Yeah,
No,
it'd be
Ty Dolla
raps.
$ign was good on some of the songs though.
No, I'm saying if he was not involved, it'd be over.
You're saying Ty Dolla $ign is
Yeah.
That's fair. But
5 North.
okay.
Yo, bro, that's my best.
We are going to listen to her debut album when that comes out. We have to.
Yo, I can't wait, bro.
In 10 years.
Yo,
No, she announced it.
What? I didn't hear about that.
Elementary School Dropout. That's what it's called.
That's fire.
That's
How
what
soon?
that's what I was-
Bro, I'm itching,
I don't
bro.
think there's
How
a
long do
date
I have
yet.
to wait?
If we get if we get the North album before we get Vultures 2, that'd be crazy.
Ow, bro, I need
Vultures
it now.
3.
We're getting a Northwest album before GTA 6.
That's insane. That's actually like. That's
Was she
despicable.
born when GTA 5 came out?
How old
Probably.
is she?
I think she's 10.
10, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
funny.
She
Anyway,
would have been. Yeah, she would have been fucking 1 year old.
Real One by Quavo and Rich the Kid. I enjoyed this song a lot, actually. I mean, you guys know I'm a big Quavo fan. I thought Rich the Kid did his thing too. I like how like both in the intro and outro of the song, the instrumental chain was more of like a calm thing that you'd maybe hear like from The Alchemist or something. And then like Quavo started with like a melodic type of flow, and then it goes into like an aggressive beat and aggressive flows, and Quavo and Rich just kind of going back and forth. There wasn't anything
that's
like
just tough.
super exciting about it. Like they didn't do anything crazy, but since like the back and forth types of flows are very like few and far between, I always love when it's done well. So I just really liked it. Also, I did note the one flow where they were going back and forth, and they would end every bar on like a falsetto high note. I thought that was so sick. But overall, yeah, it was just a really solid song, and I really liked it. I've already returned to it a few times, even though I listened to it for the first time like 2 days ago. I've been liking it a lot.
I forgot to listen to it like when I listened to the rest of these songs. Yeah, I listened to like right before
20
we started
minutes
recording.
ago.
20 minutes, bro. Gas.
That's pretty good.
She was tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing insane like you were saying, but still pretty good. Hey,
Yeah.
it ain't no geeked by Coochies.
Yes,
At least it's
that's
good.
for sure. What do you think, Ethan, about Real
I'm
One?
the same. Me and Matt just listened to it together. We got
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he was like, oh, I haven't listened in a minute.
Yeah, because I listened to it the minute it dropped. So then I was like, I need to refresh.
Yeah.
Respectable.
And the final track is the remix of Forbats' Act 2 Date at 8
Rogers.
with Drizzy Drake Rogers. Oh my god. This song was already good, but Drake just like, he was like, nope, mine.
Yeah.
Oh
that
my
was,
god.
That was some zest, I won't lie.
We're talking about Drake. It's on topic.
No.
But
Yeah,
it was just
that's
Drake
fair.
on like peak light skin timing. That's literally what the song. The slowdown of the beat was awesome. It made the beat feel like, for lack of a better word, it made it feel sexier. If you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. You totally get what I'm saying.
But
Like in the same way, I know you know what song I'm talking
Ethan
about.
is not happy, bro.
In the same way that like the first beat drop on Don Toliver's Honeymoon, it feels sexy. You get what I'm getting at, right? It's
I think you got a problem,
It's
man.
just like a.
No, I think you should honestly get a therapist.
No, come on, you can't even lie. It was
No,
sexy.
it was gas.
It was sexy. No. It was sexy.
All right, bro.
Okay, no.
Anyways.
Stop. But yeah, Drake. I even noted Drake makes an already good song at least 10 times better. It was so good.
Oh yeah,
And
bro.
the most light skin bar of the entire thing I had to write down. Almost said I loved yo ass right after we fucked. It's the most Drake shit ever.
Bro, I had to post no clarity.
Yeah.
That's me for
I had
real.
to step back. Yeah. No, yeah, that shit was gas. Bro, I think we listened to it together, you know?
Yeah.
on
We listened to it right when it
Yeah.
came out.
That shit was tough.
So good.
Where was I?
I don't know, probably fucking getting bitches, getting money, making
I
moves.
was doing that, but I listened to it right when it came out.
We
you
were
know me,
streaming.
the money getter bitch fucker.
I was streaming and
Oh,
we were like, yo, let's just listen to it. Because we were like,
You did that on stream?
we were like, on the rare chance that Vultures drops, we'll listen to the singles and Vultures. And I said, fuck it. It was the end of the stream. I just fucking listened to it on the stream.
Yeah.
On stream is crazy.
Hey,
I'm
I'll just
reporting
take the
you.
VOD down, bro.
I'm reporting you.
Yo, chill.
Crazy.
Bro, there ain't nothing to report.
S+ tier hating. But yeah, I mean, Drake was just like, oh my god. And when he switched to doing the flow from the 4 bats part, oh my god. 1,000 for your fucking hair. So good. Anyway.
Yeah, I think bro wanted me.
Okay. Ethan, you feel the same, I'm assuming?
Nah, I don't.
Oh.
You're not jacking? You're not jacking with Mr.
y'all
Rogers?
are jacking Drake right now, bro. He made this.
Oh,
He was
I
like,
can't
he
even.
was
He's
not.
so-
He was
yo.
not 10 times better than 4 bats. He was like equally as. I don't think they should have slowed down the beat for him.
I like
I
it.
think he should. I think he should have stayed on the fast beat. That man was just talking on a slow beat. But no, I think if the
Really?
beat was quicker and like
I
he
can
actually
understand
put
the
some flow into it,
criticism,
I think it would be better.
I
The
don't know,
lyrics aren't bad.
I liked it.
respect the
I
criticism.
liked
I liked how it
his-
sounded. I'm
Yeah,
just saying, I don't think it
thought-
enhanced the original song that much.
I thought he had a very strong vocal
Respectful.
performance too.
I will
mean,
be
Drake
continuing-
when he's like peak singing is really fucking good.
I will be continuing to listen to the non-remix on my playlist.
Really?
Yes.
I'm a remix transitioner. I'm going with the remix.
Nah,
from now
bro.
on.
He had me wet. I have to put it in the playlist.
Nah, that's crazy. See, that's how Bryson Tiller made me feel.
Oh, Bryson Tiller.
Just
And I got
admitting
made
fun of
Bryson
for that.
Tiller made you feel wet is
Yo,
insane.
yo.
That song is a banger.
Whatever
Yo,
she want.
next time I can pick, I might have to put a Bryson Tiller album on.
Oh no. Anyway, this is gonna
be sweating when we start the pod.
We're gonna be moving on to what is most definitely going to be the bulk of the episode. Album of the week was my selection, and I chose Kendrick Lamar's "To Pimp a Butterfly" of the year of 2015. And yeah, I guess we could just go how we normally go, give our general thoughts, and then go deeper in. I think there will be a lot of deepness to the going in.
That was me.
Yeah, yeah.
That was me when I was listening.
For audio listeners, Matthew just went deep.
Audio listeners, I just did what Bryson Tiller did to me. Kendrick did it to me too.
Anyway, so I guess I'll start off with my general overall thoughts.
Yeah, it was your pick. Let's hear.
I'm gonna just read them right off the fucking notes shit. I don't do that much, but I'm gonna do that quite a few times here because I had a lot to say about this album because I have not been able to fully analyze it deeply in a long time. So what I wrote was phenomenal and unique production. The jazz, funk, and soul elements added a lot. The flows were always incredible. The songwriting was always incredible. The messages were deep and like meaningful and important the whole time. The poem that builds up throughout the album is really cool, and its build up like goes with the themes of the album and kind of just ends up summarizing a lot of the ideas of each song when it's like finished in the final track. And so much goes into every track, both in terms of lyrical content and musical content. And this is, as some of you probably already expected, the first 10 out of 10 that I'm going to be giving on the Set the Bars podcast.
Respectable.
Who would like to give their general overall thoughts first?
Matt.
Or I guess I should say second.
I was gonna see who was gonna say something first.
Damn.
All right. So I also wrote that this was a fantastic take at fusing genres like jazz and funk with rap.
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking beat was fantastic, bro. Production on this shit was peak.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, not a dull moment in terms of sound alone. The like you said, bro, strong messages, strong like narrative in terms of lyrical content. The poem, bro, just slowly building up was actually so sick. It's
I remember
such a
you
cool
was
concept.
conflicted.
Bro, when I first heard it, I was like what did he first do it on? King Kunta?
I think King Kunta, yeah.
Yeah, I was like oh shit. It made me like, it gives you a reason to stay till the end to hear it develop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. Oh my god, it's so fucking good, bro. There's so many points of like vulnerability from Kendrick in these like topics. Like talking about like just honestly so many fucking important things and he does it in a way that's like, it's presented so well that like even if people aren't like listening to what he's saying, they could fucking love the music, and because of that, like people aren't gonna initially just focus on the lyrics. There's like
Exactly.
infinite replayability for this
Like,
album.
I've listened through this album plenty of times, and I know every song. I was still like having moments like looking
Like
at
you're
the
still
lyrics
figuring
and
things out.
having to
Yeah.
pause and like really analyze. Like I even
Yeah.
I'll admit to it, although it is not necessarily the most proud moment of mine. I used Genius to help myself decipher some of these parts because I was like, I know this means something, but
No,
I'm
that's
just
fair. That's
not
fair.
comprehending it entirely. And just for funsies, this is going to be a little thing for me to show you guys that the listeners and viewers will not be able to see, but this is how much I wrote for one song.
Oh my god, he pulled his dick out. Yo, what?
But I'm just, for one track that we'll get to eventually, I wrote a fuck ton, and this is one of my favorite songs on the album. So there was so much I just picked up on that I hadn't picked up on before. So yeah. What was your
You're going on a long
damn.
rant about white power in this.
Well, it's a
Must,
big.
be, must
it's a-
be really into the concept.
It's a
You
big.
must, you must really like it.
It's a big theme. Okay, it's a
No,
big
yeah.
theme throughout the album. Anyway, Matt, what would you?
Especially yeah, I'll get there, buddy.
Sorry.
Especially
For audio listeners, Matt did pull out a weapon on me.
yo, chill, bro.
And he dabbed
And
afterwards.
Bro, especially in shit like the talk, spoken word kind of ending to I, like all these like
that
it
shit
all
was so cool.
it all circles back to like it's just the messages that he's saying, bro. So powerful, bro.
Yeah.
Especially the part with Negus.
Mm-hmm.
And like its original meaning. All right, bro. Its original meaning, like kind of like the way how like
Negus.
kind of like the way how like people say the N word has been reclaimed by the
Mhm.
black community. Like he's trying to say like, no, reclaim this. Where like we're
Yeah.
kings, we're royalty. Like show that like this is who we are.
Like it's not just
you know?
reclaiming something that was used to
Used
belittle us, but
to belittle us.
it's also
Reclaiming.
comparing it to like one of the words that ended up being its origin, which was obviously unbeknownst to the white people that were using it against people during the times
yeah,
of
dude.
slavery in America.
Morons.
Yeah,
Cooked.
obviously.
They're done for. But yeah, bro. Oh my god. Like every time like you hear some shit and like I have moments where I had to pause. I was like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's saying some real shit here, some important shit. And like shit like I'll mention it if we talk about like our top songs. But like shit like how much a dollar costs, bro.
Yep.
Like I listened to that shit like 3 times, bro, just cause like the story of it, bro.
Yep.
Oh my god. And how he's like filled with greed just to realize he was talking to God. Like,
Yep. Oh my god.
what?
It's so cool.
That's so
It's just such a
fire.
cool concept. This is one of the best concept albums of all time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's so good.
So I realized I didn't realize this when I went in. I did not listen to as much T-Pab as I thought I did. Like before coming into this,
Mm-hmm.
I'd only listened to You Ain't Gotta Lie, Hood Politics, All Right, and King Kunta,
Really?
which is crazy. Yeah, I thought I listened to way more.
Mm-hmm.
I think in my main playlist I have every song on this album.
Yeah, me too.
So this is a 10 out of 10 for me.
Huge.
This shit was a banger. I'm getting put on to peak every week, bro.
Yes,
Come on,
sir. Peak every
2
week.
weeks in a row.
That's
2 weeks in a row, dude.
that's the Set the Bars motto right there. Peak every week.
Not for long.
Yeah, just wait till I choose another album. We're gonna listen.
I'm in today,
Yeats' first
but-
project.
Oh, Ethan's gonna ruin it.
I'm not 100% sure because what I want to pick is like I've listened to like a few songs from this artist, and I'm not sure how the whole like album is gonna be. But there's like 2 songs on the album I know and I like, so I was like, we're going for it.
To see how it goes then.
Respectable.
Ethan, what
And
were
then,
your? Oh, sorry, my bad.
I'll just start it off quick, 10 out of 10,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I don't know. Matt kind of took the words out of my mouth. I was gonna say like don't even gotta listen to what he's saying to enjoy the music. Every song is a bop.
Yeah,
it's just like,
that's
Yeah,
the
and then
thing.
actually sitting down and listening is such a different experience.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's,
yeah.
That's the one thing that is like really, really phenomenal and impressive about Kendrick, especially with this album. Although it does apply to a bunch of his other stuff as well. Everything sounds very like compelling and enticing, regardless of what you're hearing him say. But he manages to have that combination of music that sounds really fucking awesome and means a lot when you actually
Yeah,
listen
with
to what
so
he's
much
saying.
depth.
Exactly.
Bro's a goat for a reason.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to add, Ethan?
Nah, you guys went on for a while. There's not much I can actually like add that hasn't been said, so I'm just not going to.
Yeah, you're good. Honestly, I would say we could move on to like the notable tracks, but I feel like we got to touch on everything at least a little bit. No. I feel
I
like
mean,
there were
I feel like every track is notable.
exactly there were no lowlights on this
Also-
album. I mean, we did
also,
we
this
did all
is-
give it tens.
This is the only other thing we're really talking about, and it's only been what, like 40 minutes.
That's
Yeah,
true. We don't have much to. Yeah, we can go
come
in.
on.
So I
We
Let's
got
guess
like 25. Yeah, we got like 25, 30 minutes.
let's start off with Wesley's theory then. I mean,
Oh.
I don't want to. I'm not gonna say it for every single song, because it applies to every single song. But amazing production.
This was a banger.
Amazing production. I like how like weird and cryptic the intro sounds. The flows are amazing. Some of the bars are crazy. Like he says little white lies, but it's no white collar in you. Or what was this?
That's a bar.
I
bro.
quoted a part of a bar, but I don't remember the context of it, so I'll just leave it out for now. But it's like the whole song is just a commentary on like the greed of governments and businesses, but it's also simultaneously a commentary on like him in the sense of like people who were like raised not doing super well and got like extensive wealth and were just like super unfamiliar and new to it. And how like that creates like a lot of like materialism. Like I was never able to have everything, but now I can have everything. So let me buy all these physical things because it like represents that I've made it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
How like going from how Kendrick was being in the hood, being in the streets, to being so rich, where he thinks material things are like the only thing that matter. Now that doesn't necessarily apply to him specifically, but it's just like a concept that he's calling out in this. Like also commenting on the fear of the success of like black people from traditional racist American values, with the hook saying we should have never gave N-words money.
Yeah.
It's just so cool. It's just so cool.
Yeah, bro. Like this being the intro to the shit.
It's such a good way to start off.
Bro,
an
it's so
experience.
funky, bro.
Yes, bro.
But it works so well. Nah, dude, the fucking but now I just wanna fuck. Yo.
Toss and turn.
Lesson
Yo.
learned. You was my first girl.
That shit was tough. That whole part, yo. Like going into it, so I was like, once I heard that, I was like, oh. Oh, we're in for a
The
good
intro is
time,
so good.
bro.
Like the intro to the intro is so good.
Yeah.
Bro,
When the
I
four
was
corners
thinking
of
of
this
it.
cocoon collide.
I was thinking of it after I listened. I was like, it's so hard to choose a top 5.
Oh,
How
yeah.
good every fucking song.
I agree entirely with that.
But yeah, this is gas, especially for an intro.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bro.
Track
For
2.
free? For free?
For free?
For
I mean,
free?
this in my opinion is a classic. I mean, this dick ain't free.
Oh, this shit
bars.
was
That's
funny.
so
like
awesome.
the one note I took.
The jazz influence, the jazz beat is awesome. It's all about the beginning's all about like the gold diggers. He's got
free.
what's it called? Again, just super good like rhyme schemes and flows. And he also touches
Yo.
on like ideas of like sex addiction, which is like a big theme throughout his career.
The
That's
whole
something
thing.
that he's like struggled with. I noted a couple of bars here. I wrote, if we fuck, it's more abortion, more divorce courts and portion. Also, the end, he said, oh, America, you a bad bitch. I picked cotton that made you rich. Now my dick ain't free. That's just a crazy, which
Bars.
is talking about how, like, the country that is, like, just traditionally prejudiced against black people was literally built on their backs.
Nah, bro. Hard as fuck. Like you said, bro, the flows. Oh.
Yeah, bro.
I was like, hold on, this is just an interlude? Ain't no way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, traditionally an interlude is to like switch the style up. So it doesn't just because it's
Yeah.
an interlude doesn't mean it's gonna be bad.
That's true.
No, not even like, oh, I was going into it thinking it was bad, but I was like, yo, this shit is packed. Like, it was valid.
Yeah.
But yeah. Valid as fuck. Oh, what's the third track we got?
I believe track 3, King
King
Kunta.
Kunta.
Ethan, you want to start us
Yo.
off with this one?
Sure.
Sure, sure.
My one note is that we just want the.
Yeah, literally the last thing I wrote was "We want the funk" in all caps.
It's such a good beat. Everything is so good.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know. It's just so every song has like the shit about slavery and sex addiction. It's just everything is like the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is the
Trying to
bop.
look for
Yeah,
bars.
for me, I obviously noted the funky ass fucking beat on this. Also, I don't know if you guys know about this, but he did definitely have what is generally interpreted as a little diss towards Drizzy Drake Roberts himself, which was him saying, what was it? What was the bar? I'm trying to remember now. He said, I can dig rapping, but a rapper with a ghostwriter,
ghostwriter
what
shit,
the fuck
yeah.
happened?
Fuck
I
happened?
swore I wouldn't tell, but most of y'all share bars like you got the bottom bunk of a 2-man cell.
Mhm.
And he was talking about Drake because their beef that started with Kendrick's verse on Control was still going on back then.
And then like the shit, what does he say? It's something so like simple. It's like just like fuck the judge or some shit.
Yeah,
That's also another big theme. That
Yeah.
just how broken
20
the
million walking
fucking
out the
justice
court
system
building.
is.
yeah.
Woo
A big thing
woo.
that he also talks about in this is like, well, first of all, the idea of making it as a black man in America. It's literally the point of the hook. Now, when the game got the whole world talking King Kunta. And the big theme of like the pride cometh before the fall, like talking about Bill Clinton falling due to desires and shit like that. I know that there was that whole verse had a couple of other references that I'm just not remembering off the top of my head,
Yeah.
but that theme was also pretty present in the song, which I thought was interesting.
Buddy's cooked. Sorry, Bill.
Fucking William, this guy.
Yeah,
Do we
no,
want
this
to?
shit
I
is
also
a
like
banger.
the bar. And if I got a brown nose for some gold, then I'd rather be a bum than a motherfucking
Also,
fucking
baller.
oh my god,
baller,
that's
yeah.
that's my favorite part sonically of the entire song. Just how
Yeah,
that
no, it
sounds.
sounds so good.
If I got a brown nose for some gold, then I'd rather be a bum than a motherfucking baller. And
Yeah,
then it goes
no.
Oh
into
yeah.
the-
That shit was gas.
Yeah,
Then it cuts
oh
in the
yeah.
chorus, which is just so good.
It's so good. Moving on to institutionalized. This is another. Oh my god, this is another really cool one. Also, I really like the spatial audio when the guy was saying zoom, how it was like going like 3D audio around my fucking head.
Yeah.
Also, one thing I did note the incredible flows in songwriting, but the incredible flows in songwriting aren't the same in the way that we were noting them when we were listening to something like Michael or Pinata. He was doing stuff that like no one would think to sound like on any of these beats. He's doing like
No, that's so real.
ass beats. I mean, unique ass flows that just like they're very non-traditional, and they all
And
work.
like, and the voice inflections. Like,
yes,
he starts off the verse and
there's
he's like, "Life can be
Oh,
a
so,
box
like,
of chocolate." With
yeah.
quote.
The way he changes his voice is awesome, and again, like
So
to about like also he notes on like greed and like temptations to rob people at times, and that shit don't change until you get up and wash your ass. You can't make it out unless you get up and like try to actually do something about it. Also, I did like the little bits that Snoop Dogg played in this song. I think they worked pretty well.
yes, I
Yeah.
actually noted that.
Yo, I wrote like, yo, pretty good Snoop Dogg part.
He cooked
Yeah.
on the outro. The outro.
100%. The outro was
Yeah.
really good.
I wrote, oh nah, Snoop Dogg cooked.
I just wrote silly Snoop.
Yeah,
No,
one thing, it's one of the first bars in the entire track is him saying, "I'm trapped in the ghetto and I ain't proud to admit it," which goes directly in with like what is being said in the chorus. Shit don't change unless you get up and wash your ass. Like he's trapped in the ghetto, but like he's realizing that he actually hasn't really done anything about it yet.
Yeah.
Which I thought was another cool like concept, because again, this is like a very foreign concept to all three of us outside of listening to music about it.
Mm-hmm.
But But yeah, Institutionalized is just another amazing
So
song.
good, bro.
Shall we move on to
Indeed.
the song that I wrote a fucking essay about?
Yeah, why don't you
Remember,
start?
you was
I guess I can go first here. I wrote
Excuse
a
me,
fuck ton. These Walls, one of my favorite tracks, by the way, just solely based off sound too. One of my favorite tracks on the entire fucking album. The first thing that I noted was that there was quite a bit of moaning at the start. It does start with a lot of moaning, but it makes sense because one of the biggest themes of the song is again sex addiction, which makes sense. I also really like the transition of repeating "If These Walls Can Talk" into the singing the "If These Walls Can Talk" sex.
Yeah.
Yo, your
You
mic
peaked
was
so hard.
It'll pick up for the listeners. It probably picked up on OBS.
Yeah,
for me.
it's probably fine for you,
But-
but oh my god,
these
dude,
walls could
this one, bro,
talk.
Jesus.
Anyway, the flows are awesome again. The production is also it's funky again, but also has like some pretty elements too, where it sounds like bigger. If you get what I'm trying to say.
Bro, the fucking.
Yeah. And I also like
That shit was
how
hard.
these walls in the song are like metaphors for so many things at the same time. I wrote
Yeah.
it as the 3 P's: power, prejudice, and pussy. that's what they stand
yeah.
for.
Crazy.
That's what they stand
Yeah.
for. Like
Me and Matt were talking
No.
about that before.
Kendrick
He
saying
was like, "Yo, I thought it was about the hood, but then I was like, oh nah, this is about sex.
it's about everything.
It's about both."
Him saying like I resonate in these walls. He's like talking about like how he just like feels correct, like being trapped in the streets or like stuck with the crippling sex addiction that he refers to throughout his career. Also talking about like they sing the same old song about how they walls always the cleanest, which in reference to sex could be talking about a woman having very few bodies, or in reference to like people in power or white people in general claiming that they are in like a cleaner state than Kendrick being trapped in the walls of the street life. And he continues saying that the people saying these things, saying that their walls are always the cleanest, are just fucking chatting up a fucking storm. And the final lines of the verses are like saying demolition go and crush is like I'm assuming demolishing pussy, or also demolishing the like state that he's in, if you get what I'm saying.
I was gonna
like,
say that, or
Yeah.
like knocking down stereotypes almost too.
But another thing that I thought was really cool to note about is the fact that after the first verse, he says demolition might crush, and at the end of the verse after that, he says demolition gon' crush. So it's like definitely it's going to happen, which I thought was cool. That was just like a nice little detail to add in there, that you're like, it's almost like a gaining of confidence that it's going to happen. And the idea of like referencing it's too late in the beginning of the last verse, the like if your walls could talk, they tell you it's too late, your destiny accepted your fate, again can reference both of these things, such as pregnancy in the context of sex. It could reference it's too late, you're already knocked up. Or
Okay.
it could reference, I know there was like some reference to the man who killed his friend.
Yes.
Which was
It was
a
the
big
girlfriend
theme
of the
at
man
the
who
end.
killed his friend.
Yeah. And he was saying that sentence so important with like the double meaning, you know, like the time he was given and the line right before it.
Yeah.
And also, obviously, Kendrick explains after that, rewind the first verse, saying to the killer that the sexual themes throughout the song were in reference to the killer's girl. And now she fucking on a famous rapper. Walls can talk.
Cooked.
So it was like a revenge sex plot with the killer's girl, which I think is awesome. And the last note that I
So
wrote
good.
was easily one of the best songs in the album, because every single thing that he talks about in reference to these walls can be interpreted both ways, which I think is awesome, and I don't get how he does it.
No, dude, shit was gas.
Yeah, that's a little yap session from me. Sorry about that.
Yeah. All right.
Do we want to just move on? I mean, I feel like
Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. I've decided that this is probably the best song on the album now.
Yeah, I agree.
You
Yeah.
is, oh my god. I do have to say though, I did listen through it before watching the video that we were talking about last episode, and
I didn't even watch it.
I did pick up on pretty much everything. Like I didn't add any extra notes because of the video. It was nice to just hear more information, but I did pick up on most of what was being put down by Kendrick, which I think
A lot
was
of I mean, like the song isn't necessarily like multi-layered like these walls, but the video just like knows so much of like the backstory that it like is better than what I know.
But
nah, bro.
One cool thing about it is that it's as the person in the video explained, which I didn't know how to put it into words, but it's technically being told from second person, where he's referencing himself as you, which I think is very interesting. Actually, I'm just thinking about this now. Very interesting, considering the fact that there's also a song called I, because in the context of the song you and I mean the same thing, which I think is kind of cool to think about. But yeah, the delivery's awesome. Everything that's going on is crazy. There's a lot of deep ideas going on, kind of like something that we talked about in Pinata and in Michael. One of the bars early on is a baby inside, just a teenager, wear your patience. The jazz-like influences, again, are really cool. The weird transitional moment is awesome. Kendrick's delivery is awesome. The new beat itself, although it's definitely not the most notable part of the last part of the song, the new beat is amazing. And Kendrick's delivery he's like acting, being like in like a drunken rage almost, is so impressive, and it's so awesome. And he's just like blaming himself for everything, talking about he should have killed himself a long time ago, talking about he failed God and he's a fuck up. It's so deep, it's so good, and his delivery,
so vulnerable.
again, his delivery is awesome, and the beat again is also really, really, really cool for this part of the song.
Yeah.
Well, it's so vulnerable because he is acting like drunk. So then, like,
yeah.
I mean, and it gets more and more vulnerable. Like the FaceTime story is so sad.
Yeah, as it progresses, talking about like.
Yeah, but like the change from like it feeling like legitimate anger to kind of like he feels
breaking down,
like hopelessness almost. Yeah.
No, yeah, he did that like he did that shit beautifully.
This song, it's just it's a masterpiece. It's a perfect song, I would argue.
Yeah, no, sure,
yeah. It's amazing. Also, like Ethan was saying, talking about like the FaceTime calls where he's holding himself like accountable for the death of his friend, where he's supposed to be like with him by his side. He must have like at some point not been with him physically, and he got shot. And while he was like trying to recover in the hospital, Kendrick was unable to be there for him. I believe he said it was because of like his music career.
He was on a tour.
Yeah, he was on tour
out of country,
so he couldn't be anywhere. So it was all FaceTime calls, and then his friend ended up dying of complications with the gunshot wounds, and he holds himself accountable for his death because he wasn't there to like be there emotionally and physically for him while he was trying to recover, which I think is like it's super sad, and it's a true story. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful.
It's deep.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
There's also one line that I like that has like two double entendres in one line. You're right. Faults break into pieces, earthquakes on every weekend is such a bar.
Yeah. Oh my god. How do you even do that shit, bro?
You have to be Kendrick Lamar.
Faults and earthquakes having double entendre so valid.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's true. I don't know how he does it.
Okay, we can move on to a little bit of an easier listen.
All right, let's move on to All Right.
Let's move on to All Right. I mean, this is a classic among everybody. It's definitely not the deepest song, but it does have some very empowering ideas throughout
it's
it.
A banger.
The beat is amazing. Pharrell did also cook on the "We Gon' Be All Right." Also, I mean, he had ideas about like weakness leads to violence sometimes, and like I think this is the song we're first introduced to Lucy, the character that is a female that represents Lucifer, which I think is a very cool concept that's continued throughout the album. And it's all about just like how if everybody's like united as one, we gonna be all right. And I just think it's very empowering. It's very like it feels good.
Yeah, I think the poem makes it for this song for me. Mm-hmm. Like I heard the poem and I was like, damn, like that shit's like such a classic outro too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if you don't know about like the fact, like the character, like even just hearing this part, it's just so iconic.
Yeah, and it makes
even
a lot
if you
of
haven't
sense
heard
when the poem builds up and he starts referring to the evils of Lucy was all around me. Because at first, when I first heard in reference to Lucy, when I first listened to this album, it took me a minute to realize that he was referencing more than just a woman named Lucy.
Oh no!
But we also one thing we didn't touch on in Are you having a fire alarm?
Yeah.
Stay in the room.
Let's
You'll be
go. Let's
fine.
go.
Run it, run it.
Run it.
So both
I ain't leaving.
in these walls and in this song,
I'll die, bro.
they both end with like a bar about screaming in the hotel room, which is what You is all about.
Yeah, that's my bro. That's my
Yeah.
favorite thing about the transition between These Walls and You. I found myself screaming in the hotel room. Ah!
Yeah, it's also in the end of All Right.
Yes,
So
yes, it is.
One per day for me.
For audio listeners,
That's so dumb.
you can probably hear it too, but it's a little bit easier to tell for the video watchers. Matt's building that he lives in at school is currently having a fire alarm, but
Like
he's-
when I'm not talking, just fucking cut my audio. until
yeah,
it's
yeah,
off.
yeah. He's thugging it out though, so because he's a real.
So
Bro,
am
this
I.
is Dave
So
just
am
said
I.
this is the third one in 24 hours.
Is it actually? Oh my god. Well, just die of
I
carbon
know
monoxide
some
poisoning
high
for the pod.
motherfucker is doing what our friend did and is burning mac and cheese in the fucking bro. Mm.
we all thugging it out this episode.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
we
I can do
are.
push to talk.
Oh, push to talk is a good idea. Anyway, while
Nah,
you
let
set
me do
that
it.
up, we can move on to the second of two interludes of the album, For Sale.
For sale?
I don't like this one as much as For Free, but I mean, For Free is so
Nah.
fucking good, so it doesn't say much.
Yeah.
I still think it's really cool. The like poetic type of flow with the falsetto at the end of each bar is really cool. Again, I like that a lot. As I mentioned when we were talking about the Quavo Rich the Kid song earlier, I think that works really well a lot of the time. Also, there's like a whole entire segment that's about Lucy, the devil, trying to like tempt him, like saying that like they're meant to. Excuse me, they're like meant to be together and shit like that. Also, just a reference to Shireen, who was a big theme in Good Kid, Mad City. Thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. It was cool,
Yeah, it's all right. No, there's nothing going on
definitely
compared to
not
most
the
of the other
best.
tracks.
but it's really cool. Matt, do you have anything to say about that one?
Pretty good.
Yeah, fair enough. After this, oh yeah, Mama. This is another. I mean,
Pretty good.
the whole fucking album is really fucking good. But Mama is another really strong song. The beat is really calm and cool at first. I think the flows and rhyme schemes are strong yet again. Kendrick's just like kind of talking about how he's like thankful that he feels like rap as like an entity brought him back home mentally and kind of physically, like talking about like supporting the less fortunate, in his case more specifically where he's from, when he gets like, you know, fortunate and he gets money. Also, the switch is really fucking cool.
Also, an entire verse starting with the words I know,
Yeah.
like per line, per bar.
Yeah. That
Which
was also
is-
really cool.
Mhm.
Matt? audio listeners.
Banger.
He gave a thumbs up.
Banger. How bad is it?
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
It's just
Just
pretty
wait
cool.
till, wait till the
everybody's
guy
just
starts
gonna-
talking
Yeah,
again.
everybody's just gonna have to bear with us for the time being
Oh?
because like we're thugging it out. Is it done?
No, the guy's talking.
Oh, okay.
Imagine it's like
Telling
the
me to cease
actual fire.
operations and use a fire exit.
Nah,
Nah,
fuck
bro, I
that.
know it's not emergency, bro. We had one at 2 in the morning, 11, and
Oh,
now.
2 in the
Fuck
morning.
no.
That's
I was knocked, bro.
Yeah. Anyway,
Tragic. Anyways, yeah, that shit was gas.
yeah,
Yo,
I think that's enough mama talk. Hood Politics is another fucking absolute heater. Another cool beat, more amazing flows, and it's just like a bunch of like talking about like beef on the streets. I like the bar where he said, "Ain't nothing new but a flu of new demo crips and Rebloodicans." Instead of Democrats and Republicans. I thought that was pretty.
I read
Interesting.
something for that bar. Apparently, it's a book.
Oh, is it actually?
Yeah.
Interesting. I know it's
That's
still,
cool.
regardless, pretty cool. Also, saying critics want to mention or what the hell?
That they miss
hip-hop
I'm
was
sorry.
rapping.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I just read how I wrote it wrong. Critics want to
Motherfucker, if
mention
you
that they
did.
miss when hip hop was rapping. Motherfucker, if you did, then Killer Mike would be platinum. We mentioned that when we
And-
spoke about Michael. Stop hating on Killer Mike. He's a good rapper. And this
Did
is true.
Michael go platinum,
No.
or is it on its way? It's on its way.
I don't think it's gonna go platinum if I'm being real. But
Would it
also,
go-
I
what?
like his
Just-
reference to his verse on Control towards the end of the song, because again, that's an iconic verse, and I think it's cool that he noted on that.
No, just like to wrap it up, another iconic poem. You gotta listen. I honestly like the poem should just be extracted from the album.
I mean, it kind of is more like glorified, more like the centerpiece in Mortal Man, which I guess we could talk about it then, because then it's like in its like full form kind of.
Mhm.
But yeah, we can move on. How much a dollar cost is awesome.
Loki probably in my top 3.
That I can't even blame
And
you.
that's a
It's
hard
so
choice.
cool.
Because there's so many bangers. I got
Yeah.
some honorable mentions. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, for sure. But again, another cool beat, more amazing flows, yada yada yada. What's it called? Oh, he's talking about like, the real worth of money in society. Talking about how he's like talking about a personal story of greed. Well, not necessarily a true story, but we'll get it. Of just like him being greedy and denying to like give money to the homeless. And yeah, and then they get angry at each other as they're eyeing each other. He's trying to pull away from the gas station. The man is saying all he needs is a humble man to be kind to him, according to God. And then it turns out that the homeless guy is God. And Kendrick's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, Kendrick was cooked.
But
a very
yeah.
good way to state it.
No, dude. What? Jesus.
Oh, it's fucking, it's God.
Yo, give me the dollar, bro. Shut.
Or as I've famously referred to him, John Universe.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I say bye-bye to heaven. No.
No, you don't give me dollar.
Yeah, I mean the one thing is
Mr. Lamar.
very
It'd actually be
faithful.
Mr. Duckworth.
John Duckworth.
No. John Duckworth.
John Duckworth.
Oh yeah, this shit banger, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, the whole concept.
So let's be real.
I was
Everyone's had
not
these thoughts.
expecting that twist, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like you're listening to it, you're like, oh, it's pretty reasonable, and then it just gets fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, now I feel bad that I don't give money to homeless people. Because he was like,
Nah, I ain't gonna do it, bro.
because he was like, no, I don't want to give him money because he has a fucking crack pipe. And then the guy was like, I don't do crack anymore. And he was like, I don't believe you, so I'm gonna not give you money. And then he didn't give him money.
Yeah.
And then he was like, to hell with you.
I mean, well, tough.
Sorry.
Tough, Matt. You
No,
know,
literally,
tough, bro.
You're past to heaven. You're done.
Matt. You have history, bro. Tough.
Yo, bro, this is what I'm saying, bro. That's a story I cannot tell.
Share on the podcast.
All right. Next track we have Complexion. I really like the hook. It's so smooth. Complexion don't mean a thing. I love that shit. It's just all about, skin color doesn't matter. Everybody came from God. When Rhapsody's rapping, by the way, great verse. Talking about like we all on the same team, both like Crips and Pyrus. We're all like the same people. We got to be like togetherness. Kind of similar themes to All Right. Little bit groovier than All Right though.
You were saying, bro, everybody's a baddie.
True. Wait, hold on. This might be the realest shit I've ever heard. Yo, like the video and the podcast if you're a baddie.
A woman is a woman. Love the creation.
Yeah, subscribe if you're a baddie.
Anyways.
Do we want to move on to the Black or the Berry?
Banger.
Fun fact,
Banger.
I occasionally watch Jeopardy with my parents, and this song was referenced in one of the questions.
Yes, I've seen that clip.
I got it. I was like, bam, I know that shit. But,
I saw a clip of that.
Yeah, this beat is awesome. This is the one. Yeah, this is the one where it's like, I'm the biggest hypocrite of 2015. So fucking cool. The flow is awesome. He's like, this yelly type of flow when he's talking about like his experiences of racism and how it drives like violent thoughts and caused his disadvantaged position to begin with. So fucking cool.
I really like the dude assassin. Just like is extremely loud.
Yeah, at the end.
And his accent is sick.
Also,
and
yeah,
in the middle.
doomed from the start because we black at the end. That's literally like the whole theme of the song, pretty much. I would argue that's the theme of a lot of these songs, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the theme of the album, but also one bar. I mean, he mentions like, I'm useless to society and type shit, but he had one bar. It was like he said penitentiary would only hire me, and I was like, damn.
Wait, did I have a...
That's a wiki.
Oh,
article.
I wrote down a bar because I thought it was just like gas. It's not even like anything deep. He just
Uh-huh.
cat scans on my radar. Bitch, how can I help you? Which I thought was funny.
He also had like the shit where he's like referring to himself in like very like racist ways to like try to like really like drive his point through because it's like very incendiary. It's like if you hear that shit, you're gonna like start listening to what he has to say. If you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. And again, saying penitentiary would only hire me is awesome. Like that's an insane thing to say, and I just think it summarizes it as well as saying doom from the start because we black. It's just like
Bro.
it's like a ridiculously like upsetting reality.
The last verse was great.
Yes.
The last bar, bro. That
Yeah.
shit was wild.
You got that shit quote?
Because he's I think he
So
says
why did I weep when
your
Trayvon
kid-
Martin was in the street? That one?
when gangbanging made me kill her and we're blacker than me, hypocrite.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, how am I allowed to speak out on this shit if I've killed someone because of it?
Yeah.
Which is also like presented with just a lot more like racist stuff towards himself.
All the shit from the don't matter how much I say, like to preach with the Panthers. Everything after that, really, even before it too.
Yeah, the whole song, it just has a lot of like hard hitting and like powerful lyrics that really like drive the point of the album, or at least one of them, because this one doesn't touch on like the sex addiction parts as much.
Yeah.
But still, this song's also great. Moving on to another one of my favorites, just in terms of pure sound, "You Ain't Gotta Lie" is such a good song, bro. Oh my god, it's so smooth, bro.
You ain't gotta lie.
It's so groovy.
Bro.
The hook is awesome. Like, come on.
When I got to this track,
I mean,
I was like, oh my god, the production.
It's so good.
It's also, I mean, the message is nice. Just like, don't be something you're not.
Be
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah,
You don't
it's
have to
literally-
lie
Yeah, it's
to
literally
like
saying you don't
try
have
and
to
gain
lie.
reputation. And
If
shit.
you are gonna lie, you're gonna get like caught out, basically.
Yeah, he's saying like in the specific case of the song, he's talking like if you're like a normie and you're trying to like hang out with like the quote real ones and the gangbangers, you don't have to pretend to be.
It's
one of them.
over.
Let's go. But yeah, you don't have to pretend to be one of them to be able to like hang out with them and like be respected by them if you get what I'm saying there. And also the flow on the last verse, like the "What do you got to offer?" Really cool.
Yeah, which also,
Bro.
I mean, just to help your case, what they were just saying, he just says like in verse 1, it's who you fooling? Oh, you assuming you can just come and hang with the homies, but your level of realness ain't the same.
Yeah.
Circus acts only attract those that entertain.
Yeah, but also the pre-chorus too, like asking where the jug at to impress me, asking where to burn a stash to impress me. You sound like the feds, homie, and like it's all in your head, homie. You ain't gotta lie to kick it. Like it's a good message just in general.
Yeah,
Also,
and
I
then
like the
even,
voice
like,
box part at the end that goes over the
Yeah.
hook. It's just really smooth. I just think it's cool.
Even like the part, I think I have the bar written down. Yeah. See, loud rich N-words got low money and loud broke N-words got no money. Like being like, it's not gonna get you anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
All the line. Just be yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another one. Sell a dream in the auction. N-words be fugazi.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's like, it ain't gonna get you anywhere. Like, what's the point of trying to be something you're not?
And again, not only is message good, it's just such a fucking groovy ass.
Oh yeah, it's also just a banger.
It's so good. The next song is a special case. So I'm assuming maybe Ethan, you know about this, but it was released in a different, like it sounds different. As
It was-
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
single version.
Yeah, okay.
Which is that's the one they got in the Fortnite festival.
Yeah, that's yes, it did get into Fortnite Festival.
Have you
Personally,
played
for
it?
me, I will always
Have you performed?
listen to that version just for like casual listening. But I think the switch by the album release makes a lot of sense in the context of the album, and I think it fits way better. So for an album listening experience, I 100% prefer this. But in terms of listening to individual songs, I'll always prefer like the more like this is a rap song version of it, if you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's
also
so
just goes-
cool. Yeah, it's just so tough. But like it's also a sick concept having the song on the album be like as a live performance kind of. But like
Yeah.
a lot of okay, so I guess just going into like the context of the song, the content of the song itself, like he has this one bar before the first hook where he says blow steam in the face of the beast, likely referring to again like the people who hold power over him. And he has like complaints about things like promises of governments that never end up being fulfilled, where he's like how many times my potential was anonymous, how many times the city making me promises, so I promised this, I love myself. Yeah, it's just really cool. I mean, the final verse is awesome, and cutting the song off because of what seems like gang street related beef, like mid performance, is really interesting. Where he's like shouting, "Leave that shit for the streets," and then the acapella shit afterwards is so powerful. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool.
Banger.
That's what you were talking about before with with the reclamation of the N-word and the whole theme of that going on there. So fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have anything to add. That was.
I have one more. I was just gonna like the only thing I noted was that like from what the hell, from "You Ain't Gotta Lie" to "I" is just like a switch from like being fake to actually like self-confidence. Just like it's a good track ordering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is obviously like across the whole album, good track ordering.
Definitely.
Every track just like coincides with each other.
And now we have
which happens a lot in Mortal Man.
Our outro, which goes from Kendrick just talking about like again just the general themes of the album, where he's saying he's like kind of projecting the ideas of Nelson Mandela and asking if people would feel the same about him if he were in a bad place or if they saw him in his worst places before the fame, saying like if shit hit the fan. Or when shit hit the fan, were you still a fan? And also big theme that is really like hard hitting because it's definitely true to most people. Is where he talks about people like everybody wants peace, but hardly anybody does anything to strive towards it, so it's never achieved. Which is a really important like idea that I think is like it's a scary idea because it like applies to us and probably everyone watching and listening. Like, what are we actually doing to advocate for the peace? The biggest thing we're doing is talking about it right here, I guess. But
no, we're not doing shit.
But we have like to our hardly 2 digits of listeners and viewers.
Yo, shout out to all 11 of
triple
you,
digits on the last one.
It's better than
100 views on the last episode. Shout out y'all.
Did we actually get 100 views on the last episode?
Yeah, bro.
On which platform?
Sub-hour, bro. YouTube.
Oh, damn. Shout out everybody who was there. Goddamn.
Anyway, them rounding hour episodes be cooking, bro.
Yeah, but this he also followed with like just again more amazing flows. Not sure about the Michael Jackson bar. Not sure about that.
I was
Let's
listening
be real.
That came out
Let's
of
be
nowhere.
real, Kendrick. He probably did. You just don't like thinking about it because you still like his music.
Let's separate the artist from the artist.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly. Separate it unless you can't. You know who I'm
looking
at.
I think like the last minute and a half of the song are also spectacular.
Yeah, the whole idea.
Yeah,
well, first of all,
interview.
Yeah, but he also
is that not
him cutting.
No, I know it's not actually.
Yeah, him cutting from the rapping to going back to the poem, which I think he called another N-word.
No, I think it's called Mortal Man. He said he was gonna do.
Oh, you might be right.
Might be. Yo.
Okay, this guy.
All right.
Anyway,
calm down.
Audio listeners, he did pull the weapon out on me again.
Chill.
But anyway,
stay strapped for the recording.
But anyway, going to like
episode taken down.
Technically not completing because he said that was all he wrote and it wasn't necessarily finished. But going through all he had written for the poem that was building up through the entirety of the album, really cool. Again, it summarizes all of the themes of the album really, really, really well. And then it goes from that to him using like some video and audio splicing to make it sound like he's having a interview conversation with Tupac, who's obviously been dead since Kendrick was a child. But it's very cool. And he's also talking about the whole idea of that Tupac poem. I don't know what the title of it is, but you know, the flower
rose grew from the
rose that grew from the
rose
concrete.
that grew from the concrete. And the whole idea of like the symbolism of the ground And, you know, if you
Being
know,
poverty.
he doesn't necessarily speak about the rose itself in this, but if you know the context of what is meant here, obviously the rose is symbolizing emerging from the, like, bad and the greed of what the ground symbolizes, which I think is really cool.
Yeah. Yo, overall, valid album, bro.
Also, one thing that closes off in this interview that I think is really cool is where he explains what he means by "to pimp a butterfly."
Yeah, fuck you. That's what I was been trying to say this whole time.
No, go ahead, talk about it.
The whole he's just said he starts off. I wanted to read one last thing to you.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
actually something my good friend had wrote describing my world, and then like 8 of the tracks are named in it, and it's just like it's basically like a poem, just about like a caterpillar. I mean, the first line is a caterpillar is prisoner to the streets that conceived it, and that just tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, the whole idea, if it's going over anyone's heads, listening or watching, it's literally just like everyone's a caterpillar, and you have to figure out how to pimp your butterfly in the same way
how to build your
in the same way that, like, if you've ever seen Pimp My Ride, make the best out of it.
Make the best of your situation.
Make the best of your
from
situation.
What you grew up in.
Exactly. So you can emerge as the best form of yourself out of what you were raised in.
Yo, bars.
Yeah. It's super cool. It's so fucking cool. Anyway, that closes it for our To Pimp a Butterfly. We all get 10s across the board. I don't think this is going to happen too many times on the Set the Bars show. But it is now easily, it clears our previously most highest rated, which was an average between the three of us of a 9.3, which was 2014 Forest Hills Drive. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just so happy we were able to go through this together because I love this album, and I'm happy I was able to put Matt on because it is an awesome album experience.
Oh, yeah. Banger.
But that leads us to Ethan's turn to pick album of the week for next week.
Yep. So I'm gonna just tell you the artist before, because Dan, I'm assuming you've listened to enough tracks from him, but I don't think you've ever like delved into an album. But I want to go into Saba.
Oh, I've heard so little of his music.
That's what I'm saying.
But I've liked
good
what
every
I've
time
heard.
I hear it.
Like I only heard of him through like a lot of his collaborations with like Dreamville stuff. Like I'm pretty sure he's on the song 1993, but he's on Sacrifices, which is the most memorable for me and probably most listeners, actually. It's probably the most mainstream song that he's on. So I am so down to listen to more of him.
Yeah, but I mean, the album that like I knew most of, he has 3 albums.
Okay.
And I was picking between 2, and I think I'm going to go with Care for Me.
Okay.
Came out in 2018. I've heard like 4 of the songs on it already from what I know of, and I've liked all of them. So I just figured that was a good thing.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Indeed. I haven't listened to like any Saba.
Yeah, I haven't
You probably have without even realizing.
Yeah, you probably have, of just him being featured on stuff and him just being like, oh, this is a guy who's just a feature on this song type deal, if you get what I'm saying. But,
maybe, probably not.
To close this off, I guess we could just talk about what we've been listening to recently. I can go first because it's pretty easy. I've just been listening to Blue Lips. That's it. I've been listening to Schoolboy Q's Blue Lips. If you want to hear how we felt about that, you could check out the last episode. You can check out episode 5, where we went in depth about every track, or most tracks, on that album. We all had quite a lot of praise for it. Very good album. Matthew?
Yo, chill.
I can go. I haven't been listening to anything. I listened to T-Pap 3 times through.
Respectable.
Yeah.
You and Lily.
That it?
Sorry.
No,
I don't know.
You're good.
You're good. Audio listeners who didn't see, Ethan was just turning around because he heard a little freak behind him.
And then so T-Pap 3
Ramon.
times. Lil Mac, all the songs that like I listed for like my 30-day song BS thing that we did.
Mm-hmm.
I've listened to all of those today. I haven't been listening to much. I've been a little busy.
Yeah, I didn't listen to a ton of music during my my spring break, which was last week. As you guys probably remember, last episode I was not in this room. But yeah, I haven't been listening to a ton other than what we listened to for this episode, and of course, Blue Lips. I listened to, I think, just a little over halfway through earlier today, actually. But yeah.
I was bored one day when I was playing games, and I put on a playlist of one of the old GTA radios.
Mm-hmm.
So I listened to what was on that. So that the shit that I added to my playlist, that was from that. Some Freddie Gibbs, some Vince Staples. Yo,
Vince Staples is
Vince
tough.
Staples, bro.
I wanted to pick a Vince Staples album, but
I literally have a Vince Staples album on my list for like eventually I want to make this album of the week.
the one that's just like his face.
The one I think so. The one that's just called Vince Staples.
Yeah, Vince Staples.
that'd
Like
be
Vince,
valid.
It's on my list, but it's pretty low on the list, so it won't be.
I was
anytime
listening
soon,
to
but
Big Fish Theory, that album from 2017.
I don't know if I've heard of that.
I don't think I know what that is.
Neither did I. It was just on the playlist. I was
Who's
like,
the
I've heard this
who's the
song.
artist?
Vince Staples.
Vince
Oh,
Staples.
that's Vince Staples. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I know this. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't
Okay.
listened to a ton of his. I listened to Ramona Park Broke My Heart, like a year after it came out. That was a good album, but I haven't. I think that's the only Vince Staples album that I've listened to in its entirety.
But yeah, I was basically going through that playlist
Mhm.
because I was huffing some copium about the possible next GTA 6 trailer.
One more thing before we wrap.
Uh-huh.
I think all three of us can give this a big shout out, but if none of you have listened to Mudrigo, go listen because
Oh
that
my
is also
God.
what all three of us have been listening to. Very
Yeah,
underrated.
I literally. This is funny. So I mentioned before I was hanging out with Nate during my spring break. I played all three of the songs for him that you showed me because I was like, this guy's like tough.
I've also listened to all seven. So good. Every single one.
Yeah, after recording our last podcast episode, it might actually been before that, but regardless, Ethan was just like, listen to this guy, and I was like, okay, and then he played me some of his songs, and they were all gas. Never heard of him
He has
before.
7
He has
songs
like
total.
no listeners, 7 total songs. He's hardly has anything out.
I know.
But yeah,
He actually has a decent chunk of
Mudrigo.
listeners.
Oh, does he actually?
200K basically, which is like that's not a lot, but it's a lot.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
That's like the
I mean, for
population
him only-
of a decently sized city.
For him only dropping like 7 songs and then being like
Where is
low
he-
key.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say like they're low key like so far apart.
Yeah, but
'Cause like I first heard of him like during COVID.
I hadn't heard of him until a week ago. But yeah, he's
Bro was running Snapchat ads.
Oh, that's yeah. You did tell me that's how you.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's good, bro. So yeah,
Mhm.
anybody interested in listening to some more like underground, unknown type shit, Mudrigo. He's got 7 songs on
Yeah.
Apple Music and Spotify, and I've heard almost half of them, and they're pretty good.
Yeah,
But yeah,
no, they
that's gonna wrap us up for episode 6 of Set the Bars. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm excited to listen to this Saba album because I'm always
So
looking,
am I.
I'm always open to
Yeah.
listen to new artists, so I'm very excited for this. And yeah, make sure to subscribe and like, and also check out our individual socials. They are in the description. And we will see you all in the next episode. We'll see you all next week. Deuces.
Dude, just
Bye
gas-
bye.